You ready?
I was born ready.
You are now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha! Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. Alright. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. Alright. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. Alright. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What? At Tanagra, when the walls fell. This is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. Lip syncing is fine. You don't have to talk over Dave. Nobody wants to hear. Just do the lip syncing. The lip syncing is good. We don't need your voice.
I like my
interfering.
voice. I've heard many times I have a great voice for radio.
I think you heard face for radio is what you heard. I think
that's what it was.
Yeah.
I have heard both.
Okay. How are you doing today?
Just had some root beer floats from local
Stewart's
root beer. Now, Stewart's root beer is really big in New Jersey.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So there are, I think, only like 18 across the country.
But one in Marion, Ohio.
One in Marion, Ohio. The rest of them are like East Coast.
And it's been there since we were kids.
As long as I can remember.
Yeah. It's like a Sonic kind of a situation where it's...
Yeah. Not nearly as
it's the old
flashy.
School.
It's old school for sure. Yeah.
And they're famous for their root beer floats
and
their greasy burgers.
Yes, and I had one of each.
You had one of each. And how was it?
Delicious.
Yeah.
It was probably the best burger I've had in a long time.
So you must have met your weight goal for keto. So
no, I'm working on it.
Oh,
it's a work in progress. Listen, we're all a work in progress.
Everybody, as far as I'm concerned.
And I'm allowed to have a cheat day or 2 or 3.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm still down in my recent weight loss, 10 pounds.
Yeah. The last time I bowled a 220, but...
Did you really bowl a 220?
I did.
With bumpers?
No.
Like for real?
For real, I bowled a 220.
That's crazy.
It was...
Because you're not a bowler.
No. I would say every other time I've ever bowled in my life, if I got over 100, I was thrilled.
Yeah, triple digits.
I bowled a 220, and I said, I'll never bowl again.
That's the right move.
I'll never. I don't know what happened.
Were you with other people?
It was the right ball. Yeah, I was with. It was in Montana.
Okay.
It was nighttime bowling. You know how they have the lights and stuff like that.
You couldn't see the pins. You were just...
I guess. It just was the right ball on the right night, and I just kept on throwing strikes. It was amazing.
Do you prefer a light ball or a heavy ball? Or medium?
I like the medium,
okay.
I think.
I like the heaviest ball I can pick up.
I'm a straight-on bowler.
Yeah.
I don't curve it.
No.
I mean, sometimes because I'm not good, sometimes
it accidentally curves,
or just screwing around because what does it matter?
Right.
But if I feel like my best chances, and I just had it was just the perfect night.
Yeah.
I bowled a 220, and I said, that's it. So
I like it.
If the last time you weighed yourself, you were like 13,
That is true.
That would be the way. Well,
it was 12.
How much you weigh? Well, the last time I weighed myself was...
I was down 12 last time we talked. Now I'm down 10. But... hey, water weight is 8 pounds a gallon.
Absolutely.
And I don't know what root beer weight is, but I imagine it's the same.
I read that if I walk 10,000 steps a day,
yeah,
I basically don't have to change my diet. Now, it doesn't give me license to eat gallons of ice cream.
Right.
I'll lose a pound a week. And that's been true. I've been walking 10,000 steps a day. Now, last week, it was highly publicized in the episode that I
2.4 million
had gotten... all sorts of swelling and things, and I was in bad shape, so I couldn't walk for like 4 days. I got under 5,000 steps,
right?
Because every time I got up to do anything, all the blood rushed to my face, and it was just like made me want to pass out. So I wanted to make up for it. So on Monday,
you did 800,000 steps.
Not quite. On Monday, we had some stuff to do, and then that afternoon, I said, Erica, I'm going to go for a walk. I don't know when I'm going to be back.
Right.
I'm just going. And I just started walking
neighborhood
in this great city of Marion.
Yeah,
and every once in a while I'd look down the road, and be like, I'll go that way. I saw places in Marion I'd never seen before, and when I was done, I walked 13 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, 25,000 steps.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
it was 4 hours.
It was something like that.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
I think I texted you the other day. I want to do the Tallgrass Trail.
Yeah, the Tallgrass Trail goes from here to Lauer.
Lauer.
If you know where that is.
It's 12 or almost 13 miles. It's a straight line.
Yeah.
It's all paved.
Yeah.
It's an old railroad
I
line.
think, do you have a bike?
Yeah.
I was thinking we should drop the bikes off on one end,
I'll walk and then bike
walk
back.
it, and then bike it back.
Okay. Yeah. We could take my van, drop
Yeah.
the bikes off, van back,
Uh-huh.
walk it,
Yeah.
and bike back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do it.
And then we'll swim.
Yay! Then we can go to Stewart's afterwards. 'Cause
Triathlon.
We'd have earned it
Yeah.
at that point.
I wonder how long that would take us. To walk it, I think 3 or 4 hours.
20-minute miles is just a standard walk.
Well, here's the thing is there's a huge difference between city walking and trail. That trail.
Well,
It's a
that-
straight
yeah,
line.
that's
It's
true.
paved.
I think, let's say we can average 19.
Okay.
I mean, I think we could do less. I think if we really wanted to, we could do 18. But let's just say 19.
Okay.
So what? 19 times 12 is?
I don't know. 20 times 12 would be 240.
Yeah, well, that's why I went 20. One of the other reasons I went 20.
Yeah.
So 240 minutes.
What's 240 divided by 6? 4?
4
4
hours.
hours. Yeah.
So it'll take 4 hours to go there. It'll take an hour to
yeah.
get back.
So 5 hours
that.
total. I think we should do it like at 6 in the morning
Agreed.
before it gets hot.
And then we go to Stewart's.
Yes.
I don't like root beer floats, but I'll have 2 cheeseburgers.
2 doubles.
Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah.
Maybe we should do some sort of podcast while we walk.
I have a selfie stick.
Yeah.
I don't
we
know.
We could just, I don't know, can we
I
go
could
live?
talk. Yeah, we could. Or
There's-
maybe what we do is we could bring the equipment. I mean, not everything, but at the end, like at the beginning,
yeah. Mhm.
a middle one and an end one.
Kevin Nealon has a YouTube channel called Hiking with Kevin, in
Ooh.
which he
Like comedians
him
with
and,
coffee.
Yeah, it's like comedians and cars getting coffee, except he's hiking on this trail that he goes to in California, and he's got the stick, and it's like him and Dana Carvey or something
Yeah.
like that, and they're just walking along talking about 10 minutes apiece, give or take. They're pretty
Yeah.
entertaining
Yeah.
stuff. Obviously, highly edited too. It's not
Yeah.
just he doesn't just start and then go, which is
Right.
what we would do.
Yes.
because we're not gonna.
No, and I think 3 minutes at the beginning, 3 minutes in the middle, 3 minutes at the end.
Yeah.
That's a 9-minute episode.
Or you could just hover your
Drone.
the whole time right in front
I
of us.
thought about that. I only have a half an hour life
Uh,
per battery, and I have 3 batteries.
my daughter
It's an
has
hour and a half,
what are those things called?
GoPro.
No, where you stand on them and you lean forward and it
Oh
goes.
yeah. A hoverboard.
Hoverboard.
Yeah.
We could get Stella on the hoverboard going backwards the whole
Oh
time.
yeah.
Nice.
No,
and
we should have
smooth
Michaela
shot.
hoverboard it.
Abby's
She
the
would
best
fall.
at it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have Abby do it.
Yeah,
Can she hold the camera still?
I think she could. She's very good on that thing.
Yeah.
She scoots around all the time. So maybe we'll do that.
Well, we could put a battery on that, and that would last for
Oh, the Mevo.
yeah.
Yeah.
With this battery actually right here. With this battery, I think it would go like 10 hours.
Okay,
So we could do the whole thing.
let's do it.
I don't know if she could hoverboard as fast as we could bike.
Now the biking would be an issue, yeah, but the walking she
We
could
could
pull
do it,
off.
yeah.
I don't think her hoverboard could go 12 miles though, and then we're stuck carrying this 40-pound thing. So
She weighs only 40 pounds.
all right, Jason. Every week we come in and we got 3 things that we just have to talk about. What is your first thing?
Last week, I brought a present
You did
for the wall.
the phone that works now. It's
It
not
does-
working now because it's not plugged in.
Right.
If it were to be plugged in, it would work.
Absolutely.
So it's hanging
a
there.
Working
We've
phone.
done a little bit of rearranging. I brought a Pete Rose book.
Yeah.
I brought the Star Wars trilogy DVDs because when am I going to pop those in? We put Woody on top of
The phone.
and I brought a Pete Rose autographed DVD called Pete Rose Playing to Win. Which how else did he play?
He played to win.
I think that's
all.
it.
Well, I have a new thing today
To display.
to display.
This is exciting.
And you have no idea what it is.
I do not.
I bought it for $6, which is more than the phone
More than the phone.
because the phone was $5.
You got to steal
So
on the phone.
I want to know if this is better or
Okay.
worse
All right.
than the phone.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah. So exciting. What? Okay.
It's in plastic, so you could take it out of the plastic if you want.
Oh, I like this a lot. All right,
Yeah.
so there it is. It is the. I've seen this maybe on a T-shirt before. I don't know, but yeah, it's like a fight night
Yes.
kind of a thing. Oh, this is great.
Isn't that great?
This is fabulous. I love this. This is really good. The Reptilian Gorn Stronger. James T. Kirk Faster. Stardate 3045.6. Who will reign supreme? Fighting arena contains all the materials necessary to fabricate a suitable weapon.
How great is that?
Yeah, I
Here,
like
let's
it
take
a
it out
lot.
of plastic real quick. I'm going to try to get a good camera shot of it. Oh. So it was $6 on Amazon.
Okay.
And honestly, that's a steal.
I think it's a metal thing. It's not just like a cheap thing.
Yeah, it's a tin. So Stella, can you?
When you just bent it, but you know.
Well, it was bent before.
Okay.
You got it? Isn't that cool? I love that.
I love it.
So
it'll be our next thing.
Yeah, I
We'll
don't know.
display it somewhere proudly.
well, we could either pin it up on the wall or kind of lean it up against a shelf there.
Could be. I feel like it should go somewhere now, but we'll just end the episode with it or something like that.
Battle of the Bronze.
So, Star Trek, Mount Rushmore, bad guys.
Oh, okay. Does Q count as a bad guy?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I feel like he's kind of neutral.
Yeah, he's like on his own side.
He's part of the collective. The
yeah.
Q collective. But I guess of the Q, he would be a bad Q because he kind of goes against the
From a
grain.
Q standpoint.
From a Q standpoint, he would be bad.
Yeah.
Maybe not evil, but bad.
Well, I think.
Well, Khan's the George Washington.
Yes.
Right. Are we talking Borg as a collective?
I think Borg is one.
Yes.
So, yes.
But we're not counting all Klingons.
No.
Right.
Because
Borg,
they're not a collective.
Listen,
What are we
I
talking
get how
about?
this works.
Okay.
So Borg,
Mm-hmm.
Khan, I think Q. I really do. So we only have
I'm just
one
having
more.
a hard time. Is he a bad guy, you know?
I think he is.
Okay.
I really do.
All right.
I think he is a bad guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm open. If there's someone else that could replace him, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw the Gorn thing, and so I just thought.
Well,
I thought it would
Gorn
be
would be an obvious pick, but I'm not sold on. I mean, that was one episode.
Yeah.
Q is in multiple episodes.
Sure.
Right? The Borg, multiple
Khan
episodes.
has his own story.
Khan's his
Yeah.
own thing, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the movies, the TV shows, Voyager, Next Generation, everything. And, one does not really jump out to me more than another. Wasn't there like an evil... Oh, how about this?
Yeah.
Next Generation, Moriarty. He was like a reoccurring bad guy. He was created into the holodeck.
Yeah.
He was a holodeck character that then somehow figured out a way to get out of the holodeck and almost ruined everything.
That is good.
I feel like Moriarty's good.
I just don't know. I mean, I don't associate him with Star Trek.
That's what
I
makes it
associate
so
him
unique.
with
Was there ever like a bad Spock? Was there ever like a time that Spock went bad?
I don't think so. Data
It
did.
feels like Data.
Well, Lauer,
Huh?
Data's brother.
Data's brother, Lauer? You feel
He's
like
a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's just not as iconic. I feel like the ones that we have, Khan, the Borg, and Q, are super iconic.
I'm okay going with.
All right, we'll do Gorn.
Yeah,
All right. So Khan, Gorn, Q, Borg.
that's pretty solid.
All single syllable.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird. All right, Jason, my first thing, very simple. I just had the thought the other day. If it wasn't for birds, would man have attempted flight?
Yes.
Do you think it would have been the same timeline? Like, do you think it would have taken us longer to think about it?
I don't
because
think so.
all of the I've read this really good biography on the Wright brothers, and all of the early flight, everything was based around birds. Like, they were obsessed with how birds were flying, and they were all trying to somehow recreate that.
Yes.
Like, would we even have the thought you could fly? Like, would that even, like, we could throw things, and we maybe would realize you could throw things further than others, but I think it would be a long time before we started to think about the fact that you could fly.
Okay, so depending upon
Let's say
what,
no birds or bugs, like nothing that flies in nature at all. There's no example of flying in nature.
yes, we would fly. Of course.
I don't know that we
Leonardo da Vinci created basically a helicopter. It was like a spinning umbrella.
I just
thing.
don't know that I don't know that the thought of flight. I don't know that it would have occurred.
Would umbrellas exist?
Okay, I hear you. I
Right?
hear you.
Very classic to jump something
Flying
off.
and floating, because that's a floating situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So you start to think, well, what if I floated slower? What if I floated higher,
Yeah.
flying? I think for sure.
I feel like it would have taken longer because
I don't think so.
Most
For
of their-
10,000 years, we didn't have flight. So what?
Yeah.
You're going to delay it another 5 years?
But most of their research, like when,
Are you saying we wouldn't have it today?
I don't know that we would.
Yes, we would.
The
Absolutely.
Wright brothers, all they were doing was studying birds. That's all anybody was
Da
doing.
Vinci did it hundreds of years prior.
Birds existed when Da Vinci was around. So I'm telling
but
you.
his flying machines were not just bird type.
Yeah, but
He had other.
I don't know. I agree.
Dude, the guy created like a submarine, a tank,
I'm not
a
saying
helicopter.
humans never would have flown.
What about hot air balloon?
I don't know.
That's not based around a bird.
That's not based around a bird either. You're right. I don't know. Something about it. I think there's
Think
a
about,
difference
like,
between
a
floating and flying.
Well, what about fire? You're sitting around a fire. Fire is as old as man. Maybe older. Fire is technically older.
Okay.
It is. You're sitting around a fire. You see ash and dust and floaty things up in the air.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder what causes that. You know, the fire is hotter than the air around it. And things are flying. If I could use that word, flying.
No, you can't because it doesn't exist.
Well, what if they this fire is flying? I think that's probably what happened.
Well, I still
hot
hold
air
to
rises.
my position
Yeah.
that if it wasn't for flying in nature,
That would be saying if there was no fish, there would be no swimming. That's absurd.
I feel like that's
If
different
you fell in the water,
because
you
you
would
can
swim.
wade in water, and then I think eventually
You could wade in the air with an umbrella. You float down. It's the equivalent. It's the same thing.
Agree to disagree.
I don't agree to disagree.
Well, then
Oh my
agree
gosh.
to not disagree.
So you think
Sure.
we'd have like massive computers and technology and all this stuff and not have the
I
ability to
don't
fly?
know that we would have the computers.
You think flying caused the
I think
computers?
it's all connected.
It's not.
technology.
It's not. There's no way.
We'll never know.
That is true. We will never know.
It's a completely hypothetical, which I actually maybe have another hypothetical situation coming up later. But what's your second thing?
My second thing, our mutual friend, he's more your friend than mine.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Nate. He is in a 55 and older softball league.
Yes, he is.
I really, really bad want to be in a senior softball league. Like
Well,
right
there's
now.
a problem with that. Yeah, you're
I'm
about
40.
10 years too young.
I'll be 41 here in a couple months. And I would be willing to bat like from the other side of the plate. Mm-hmm. I'm normally right.
Yeah.
I would totally bat on the left-hand side of the plate. I would even play with my left hand, throwing. I can't throw with my left hand. But
I would be happy in a 40s and up league.
there's some pretty good 40.
I know, but I don't want to play with 25-year-old guys.
That is true.
So I'm saying I don't mind the really good 40-year-olds. It doesn't bother me.
Right.
I just don't want to play with the 25-year-old punks.
I 100% agree. That's part of the reason why I don't play.
Mm-hmm.
The other part of the reason I'm just busy. But I feel like my body type would be similar.
To a lot of the 50-year-olds.
To a lot of
like they would
50-year-olds.
see, it's okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
We'll let it go.
Listen,
Yeah.
we know he's probably not 55, but
Yeah.
look at him.
Yeah.
He looks like us.
Yeah.
See, there should be that. And I don't mind competitive. I'm just overweight. I'm not in shape, right? All these things.
Sure.
I just want to play softball with guys like me.
Yeah.
There
Overweight, not in shape.
should be overweight, not in shape. The
But-
overweight, not in shape
But
league.
you want to win.
Yeah, I want to be
feel like
competitive.
that's most softball leagues.
That's probably true.
I feel like the over 50 league, really, there's not many other over 50 leagues other than softball. Like, you're not going to get an over 50 basketball team together very often. It might
No,
happen.
yeah.
But
Those
not
guys
enough-
at the Y.
Not enough to have a league. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
We
think
saw
so.
some like 80-year-old dudes at the Y, like doing hook shots.
Now, listen, those guys,
Those guys could play.
yeah, they were playing with the original ball that had like the laces on it, you know?
It was laced in.
Yeah, they brought a peach basket. I was like, that seems unnecessary.
I mean, there's a basketball hoop,
Every shot was
literally.
a hook shot. I mean, their
Yeah.
free throws.
And draining them.
Yeah, just
Well, the free
nailing
throws,
them.
they were doing
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's true. They were doing that's true.
They were.
But other than that, every
Yeah.
shot was a hook shot.
Yeah. And they were good.
And their dribble was, very...
Yeah, this is a carry.
This is not
They don't do that. It was all,
Yeah.
they were good.
Bum, 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 bum,
Double
bum, bum.
dribble.
Yep.
I want to be in a senior softball league.
I'm sure that we can arrange that. We can probably.
I mean, I'm getting some gray already. I'm
Yeah.
already bald, so I mean, it's not a far leap.
No.
I'll tell you
Probably
what,
be
though.
better if you wore a form-fitting shirt. Like
To show.
Yeah,
the,
it would make you. Nate Bargatze has got a joke about that. He said he goes, I got one of those Under Armour shirts, and he goes, I look better without a shirt on than I do with that shirt on. It's like, you know how in plastic surgery they do the thing where they like draw all the stuff on your body. He's like, I just think now they're just putting those shirts on. You can tell what we're gonna go for. You know.
I have one of those shirts, but it's a tactical shirt. It's got a pocket here and a pocket here for a gun.
Okay.
And you put it as an undershirt, and you can carry, and people don't know it.
I'm not a fan of, even as an undershirt. I've got a shirt that's like a, I don't know, 0 degree. It's supposed to is as an undershirt, and the whole point is that it's super tight. Even when I could wear super tight t-shirts and didn't feel weird about it, I never wanted to.
Do you wear compression shorts? Like
No.
the spandex compression shorts
I
underneath?
don't like that either.
You don't like that either?
No.
I like that. When I'm doing activities,
I never did.
walking, jumping, basketball. I don't do a lot of extracurricular jumping.
No.
But
When's the last time you jumped just because? Like
So
because when you're a kid, you jump all the time.
Gideon is constantly jumping. I feel like there was something, we were somewhere, and he jumped up and touched something. He's like, can you touch that? And I jumped up and touched it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, not for the sake of jumping. I was challenged to do it.
For the sake of jumping.
What's
all
your
right.
second thing?
Jason, my second thing is, well, okay. I just want you to explain something to me because you know more about this than I do. Is it a recent development on the internet that I'm accepting all cookies? Like, it just feels
Explain that.
So a lot of times you pull up a website, I'm reading a blog or something.
Oh, you're
like
not
that.
talking physical cookies.
No, I'll take cookies all day.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Okay, no.
Is it just accepted that I will take any cookies?
That is I will take any
That's what I
cookies.
thought you were
Okay.
saying. My kids recently have discovered that they don't like, and Stella's one of them, a lemon sugar cookie.
Oh, come on, Stella. A lemon sugar cookie with icing or no icing?
No. Just a sugar cookie,
Sure,
but
yeah.
it has lemon flavoring.
Yeah, no, a lemon. Come on, give me a lemon cookie all day. You don't like a lemon cookie?
No, lemon should not belong in any baked food.
Whoa. Have you heard of a lemon bar? A lemon bar is good.
Not a huge lemon bar fan.
Oh, I love a lemon bar. I love a lemon cookie. Do you like a key lime pie?
Yeah.
That's in the same,
Yeah.
I think,
Citrusy,
family.
yeah.
Well, you're missing out, Stella.
Well, the Brits have all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like a lemon dessert is a very old person thing
Yes.
that I do enjoy a lot more than I used to.
Yeah. I think the older you get, the more you accept those
I don't
things.
remember where I was, but I was somewhere recently, and there was chocolate chip cookies and lemon cookies, and I chose the lemon cookie.
Like, no.
Yeah.
As a little kid, not in a million years.
I was like,
All 5 of my kids, 100 times out of 100, would choose the chocolate chip.
oh, they have cookies. Oh, lemon ones. Mm. I like them because they're not too sweet. That's an old person thing to say. Something I never said
Yeah.
before. I don't know. I was like
Well,
35.
a lemon cookie goes really well with coffee, too. I mean,
Come on. A
it's
lemon
perfect-
cookie and coffee?
Yes.
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
I had we had some friends come over. They brought an Amish pie. It was a rhubarb pie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, I like a rhubarb pie.
Have you ever
first
had a
of all.
rhubarb strawberry pie? Now that's good.
That's good. It cuts the
Yeah.
rhubarb a little bit because the rhubarb can be a little tart.
Yes.
But I like that.
Yeah.
So, but this rhubarb pie was a little different. I
Okay.
could barely even taste the rhubarb, but the pie aspect of it was so good.
The
so crumbly.
bready,
No, it was
the crumb.
It was like the brown sugar crust topping
Okay, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You know, like the
Yeah.
crumble thing. It was Amish. It was so good, and it was just like, and it wasn't like too sweet.
Yeah.
So I could have ate the whole pie, and I had a cup of coffee. It was like the best coffee dessert experience I maybe have ever had. It was.
That's saying something.
I know, but it was perfect. The other thing is, here's the thing. Coffee, not all coffees are the same.
Yes.
And not all coffees are equal to the task in which you're asking that coffee to accomplish.
Well, not all coffee is meant for all desserts.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And some coffees were
Well-
just meant to drink black.
Absolutely.
And those coffees are not necessarily your best dessert coffees.
Correct.
Your best dessert coffees balances out with the sweetness of the dessert. So if the
Yes.
dessert's not very sweet, the coffee doesn't have to be very strong or bitter or however you put
Right.
it. The sweeter the dessert,
The bitter,
the more
stronger.
bitter, the stronger you want
Yes.
your coffee, right? And so if you give me a super sweet dessert, I could take a really strong coffee.
Right.
But that's where the balance
That's
is.
why you can't have the breakfast blend with a really strong dessert.
Of course.
Because it doesn't mix
The
well.
breakfast blend is for waking up in the morning, drinking coffee.
And if you choose to have food with your breakfast blend, it's going to be either a piece of toast
Yeah.
or
Yes.
a shortbread cookie.
A shortbread cookie.
Because
yes.
there's not a flavor to the shortbread
No,
cookie.
no.
But it crumbles just enough.
It's a texture thing.
It's a texture thing.
It is a
Just
texture
enough
thing.
crumble to make that breakfast blend go
I
down.
was not hungry before we started.
you brought
this
up cookies.
conversation. Cookies. Thank
Yes.
you. In fact,
I was trying to bring that back around.
what is? I totally forgot because I know I'm thinking about real cookies, lemon cookies. What is? First of all, am I right that this is a more recent? Like it's happening more than it used to, or is this just my experience? Like I'm always accepting
Define
cookies.
what's the
I
thing?
pull up a website.
Okay.
It says, and it pulls up a banner that says, will you
Right,
accept
right.
all cookies? And I have to say allow or accept cookies.
I think that's a legal thing because I think years ago all cookies were by default.
Yeah.
Like all cookies were there.
And what is a cookie from an internet standpoint?
It tracks your data.
Okay.
So
what if I say I don't want cookies? Will it change what I can see on the website?
No, it just won't target you for information. I believe that's the way that works. So, for instance, I was looking at
I always allow cookies because I'm.
like who doesn't want cookies?
Well, I also feel. Well, I feel like there's probably some sort of thing in my subconscious that's going to be like, just in case they're talking about real cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an outside chance somebody brings cookies to my door. But I also feel like I won't get the full website experience,
Right.
if I say deny these cookies. So I just say, yeah, allow them.
Well, I think this is the way this works. If you allow the cookie, and then you go on this website and you look at an article about volleyball,
Yeah.
then you're on a different website or Amazon or a place like that, and they're going to give you an advertisement. Do you want to purchase this volleyball net?
Right.
Because you were looking at a volleyball
Right.
prior.
Got it.
And so I think that's part of how that works.
Okay.
It's just tracking. They track your information, but then they turn around and sell it.
Right.
That's the
So
problem.
should I deny the cookies?
I
That's
never
what I want to know.
I never accept cookies.
I wouldn't think you would.
No.
But what are the chances? I mean, even the slimmest of chances.
It's never happened to me. Now, my grandma brought me cookies out of the blue once.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But it wasn't after I accepted
wasn't related
it
to
wasn't related to the
Internet
cookie.
cookies.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is your third thing?
Wow, that was quick.
Hey.
Jeez. Okay. Another food thing.
Okay.
This might be a food podcast. I don't know.
It usually is.
Yeah. Well, we don't talk about sports. I don't want to talk about politics. We don't want to talk about the coronavirus. So what's left?
Food and
Food.
Star Wars.
Star Trek,
Yeah.
Star Wars, and food.
Okay.
Mount Rushmore of foods that look gross but taste awesome.
Oh. Okay.
So I think the George Washington
Okay.
pineapple. I think if you looked at a pineapple, not in a million years would you think, I wonder what's on the inside of that. Because
like I
it's
would.
spiky, it's brown, it's got pointy green things on it.
But
I don't
once you
think
cut it open, you'd be
Well-
like, I want to taste that.
absolutely. But to look at it, if you saw it on a tree or a bush, a pineapple bush, and you just saw it, you're not thinking, I want to eat that. I wonder what that tastes like. It's brown and spiky. I bet that tastes good. I just think that's the George Washington
Wow.
of foods that look, I say gross, but maybe unappetizing.
Sure.
Now,
Okay.
also say that, I have lots of thoughts.
I got one that jumped right out to me.
Okay.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, yes.
I love a mushroom,
Right.
but it is a fungus.
It
and
is.
you would see it growing. If I saw it growing
Like on the forest floor.
yeah, and nobody had ever told me like you can't eat mushrooms or they're good or I'd never had them.
Right.
I would never look at that and think I want to taste
Man,
that.
I wonder what that is.
That would be the last thing I would do.
Yeah.
But I love a mushroom. Love mushrooms.
Guess what I had today for lunch?
What?
Portobello mushroom, stuffed Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, it was so good.
I love a shiitake mushroom. It's so good. I could eat some mushrooms. I got some mushrooms at home right now that have been
Yeah.
waiting for me.
Yeah. How do you cook them?
Well, it depends on how they're being used. But if I'm just eating them like with eggs or something, just a little bit of butter
In the pan,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then just kind of fry them up until they cook down a little bit. But you don't want to cook them down too far.
No.
You still want them to have some substance.
Right. No, I love doing that in the pan with the eggs, and I love a good portobello in the oven.
Yeah.
Stuffed
yeah.
with something. That's as long as you don't overcook it, it's juicy. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
But once again, you would never
No,
ever choose to eat
I don't think so. A mushroom,
a mushroom, yeah.
or a pineapple. I think that's the Washington and Lincoln.
All right.
Right. Okay. So here's another one.
Uh-huh.
Pig,
Okay. Like, because they're gross.
bacon, ham, right?
Yeah.
All sausage, anything that you get from a pig. I don't think you would ever look at a pig. It's like that thing's gross.
Am I
looking.
a meat eater in this situation?
You can eat whatever you want.
I feel like if I was a hunter and I was
Yeah.
looking for meat
Yes,
and I saw a wild boar going by, which is a pig that's just not domesticated,
that is true.
I would think that looks like a lot of meat, and I would kill it and eat it happily.
Yes, I agree. I guess if you just saw, if you
But
never
if you saw
knew,
a farm pig just rolling around in crap, yeah, you would not be like, man,
yeah,
bacon.
you drive by a pig farm, you catch a whiff of the smell, not
My
appetizing.
son
Yeah.
works at a pig farm.
Oh,
And
Does he
was
come home
talking to
smelling?
the boss. Oh my gosh, Erica makes him strip in the garage,
yeah.
and then take his clothes directly to the washing machine, so they get washed by themselves.
Are
with
they in
vinegar.
the washing machine is in the garage?
No, but
Oh.
so he has to walk through the house with his boxers, put it in the thing, wash it on super hot with vinegar, and do like an extra rinse immediately.
Yeah.
And because I mean, I don't have the strongest nose. Erica's got an amazing sense of smell. It's like incredible what she can smell. But for me, it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
And but humble brag, you like to brag about your kids
Yeah.
sometimes. The boss that he works for said that Levi has natural pig sorting ability.
Stella,
So,
you don't have natural pig sorting
what
ability.
is wrong with you? Yeah. So I mean, not everybody's kid can be as talented as me. I know, but he has natural pig sorting ability.
My kid is editing this live. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
He's getting paid more for his thing.
That is true. That is true. I think in the long term, this would pay better.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Do pig farmers make a lot of money?
Well, it depends on how many pigs you have.
What you're doing with the pigs?
Yeah.
If you're just raising them to raise them.
Well, that seems like a very poor financial decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you could turn around and sell them, I think you could make some
That's
money.
the thing. Well, this
Yeah.
guy that he works for, he gets the baby pigs in, and then he fattens them up, and then he sends them to slaughter.
Well, that's
He said,
What else do you do with pigs?
milk them. Listen, I don't know if you've ever had pig milk, but it's just
Isn't
like
that what Luke Skywalker had when he?
yeah, some porky undertones. That's just a hint of pork in your milk.
I don't want
Pig milk has to be a thing, right? It has to be.
There's yes, it has to. be
That
a
sounds disgusting. If we're talking about most disgusting things like pig milk, I don't know. For some reason, cow milk seems like that's
Yeah, I mean that makes. Look at it. It's a cow.
I'd rather drink like almost any animal milk than pig milk. I think it would be pink, don't you? Like
Strawberry.
slightly pink.
So that's where you get strawberry milk with hints of pork. Bacon milk.
What was I
like
going to say?
bacon.
Oh, so the other guy, the other thing is the guy was telling me is that so the truck came too quick.
Okay.
So the truck said he got word that the truck was going to be there 8:00 at night. Well, it shows up at 6.
Right.
So he calls and says, "Hey, can Levi get there early?" So I take him, and he goes, "Well, I'm really not supposed to even load them up earlier than they say. If they say it's at 8:00, I'm not supposed to load them until 8:00." And I said, why is that? He goes, "Well, because then they don't get unloaded till a specific time, and then they're on the truck for too long."
There's a window.
And I was like, "Is that so? Do they get like unhealthy? Is it He goes, "No," but he said it every single time when the truck drops off, PETA will be there.
Oh wow.
Like they're there, just like waiting, just making sure that you're doing the right thing. And I'm like, who has that much time?
PETA.
I guess these people need to get a job.
They have a job. They
Are
get
they getting
by
paid for
PETA.
that?
Yes. They're not volunteering their time.
How does
People-
PETA make money?
Donations.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
We should join PETA. I'll watch the pigs come off the truck.
If that's, I don't know, is that a,
I don't know
I don't
what
know
it
how
pays.
well it pays. But
Would you rather load the pig or watch the pig?
I wouldn't take a cent from PETA.
If they said all you have to do is sit in this stool and watch them unload these pigs,
Honestly, I don't think they could pay me enough.
I think I could. Hey, give me some of that milk.
I'm not. We
Give me
try
some
not
of
to
that
be
pig milk.
political, but I am not a pro PETA guy. All right. What is your? Was that
No,
your?
no, we're on 2. We got 2 of the 4 of the Mount Rushmore of things that you.
Oh, right.
What is wrong with you?
Listen, I'm trying not to make the show go too long. We've got mushrooms, and you still like pineapples.
I still think how would you ever see a pineapple and think that's what I want?
I don't know. It's a fruit. Okay.
Yeah, you know that. It's
Yeah, I
it's
know.
your whole
It's
philosophy of flying. If there weren't birds, would anybody fly?
Yeah.
If you had never opened a pineapple, would you look at that and think, yeah,
If you never had cow milk, would you be like, I want
No,
the white
I-
stuff that comes out of
No.
its- yeah.
absolutely not.
But we love it.
That's true.
I love a glass of milk. All right. I will make another suggestion.
Yeah.
Snails.
Yeah.
Escargot? Isn't that what that is?
What's the fish eggs? That's caviar.
That's caviar.
yeah. I don't know what escargot is technically.
Or maybe clams. We'll go clams. Oysters. Oysters. There's one. Like a smoked oyster looks disgusting. And it even sounds like and it hits the back of your throat or whatever.
Yeah. It tastes like
Pretty tasty though.
Is it?
The other thing is
That's
it doesn't
okay.
smell good either.
No, it doesn't.
It
yeah.
smells bad, but the taste is good.
Okay.
I would say
oysters.
let's go oysters.
Okay.
That you wouldn't want to eat an oyster on purpose.
I don't think so.
No. But it actually tastes pretty good.
Okay, so oysters, mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
pineapple. Listen, you're just warped by the taste of the pineapple. It is
guess.
delicious.
Okay.
You just looking at it, there's no way I would eat it.
All right. Rocky Mountain
got-
oysters. Have you had?
Correct. No, and I don't want them.
You know.
I don't want them. I don't want them. You can't make me eat
I
them.
was at a restaurant
Yeah.
in right outside of Yellowstone.
Mm.
Not only did they serve Rocky Mountain oysters, but they also had a various meat platter that they called the Donner Party platter.
Ah, that's nice.
I ordered it. I mean, when else am I going to order the Donner Party platter?
Yeah, I don't think I would eat that.
It was a bit undercooked.
What about liver?
Yeah, liver, not an appetizing looking thing.
Yeah. I've had like liver and onions.
I don't mind liver.
It's fine.
It's fine.
But
I'm
I
not
don't
like
think I don't think I would go after the
I'm
liver.
not jonesing for liver. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not the worst thing. But I certainly wouldn't choose it above many other.
That's
things.
true. So I mean, technically, by my definition, it doesn't look good, but it tastes great.
Yeah,
So maybe liver's not one of them.
because it doesn't taste great.
No,
Yeah.
I tolerate it because I think it's good for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't go after the liver.
Okay.
So we one more thing. We just need one more, and it tastes awesome. It doesn't. It could be some type of candy or something. It doesn't even have to be
Yeah, no, I was
good
thinking,
for you.
Chico stick.
Yeah, that does look like the crumbly.
Kind of looks like a pencil almost.
Yeah. Okay. Any candy bar,
True.
chocolate.
I mean, just to look at it, if you didn't know
Yeah,
anything about chocolate, you saw Baby Ruth.
the Caddyshack situation.
I think so.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. We only need one more.
All right, let's just go Baby Ruth.
Okay.
I like it.
If you just saw it, you didn't know what it was.
You had no context of candy or anything.
Right.
You're like, I'm going to eat that.
Okay, so we got pineapple. We have
Mushroom,
oyster,
Baby Ruth.
and Baby Ruth
And I'll eat all of those things.
Yes.
Happily.
together, one meal.
So in this meal,
Yeah.
with all of those things, I'm going to start off with some mushrooms cooked together with the oysters.
Yes.
I'm going to cook those together in some
Absolutely.
butter, let it simmer. That's
Some sliced pineapple on the side.
pineapple on the side, and then for dessert, a Baby Ruth.
Yeah.
With a knife and a fork, I think I'll eat it. Like
The
Costanza
whole Baby
style.
Ruth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the right move.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. What's your third thing?
My third thing is, well, before I do my third thing, I want to step back just really quickly because when we were talking about steps, and I said I went 30 miles the other day. So my wife has a Apple Watch, and whenever she asks me for help,
What version is it?
it's an older version,
Okay.
but it's good for what it is. I want one that is cellular, that I don't.
Right.
That I can listen to. I don't have
You
to
can
have
leave your
my
phone at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I can text, talk, everything on my watch. That's what I want.
Right.
I'm not crazy about, like, I would, if somebody gave me one, you know,
Do
and she
those-
always asks for help with
Do
it.
those have cameras on them?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, she always asks for help with it, and
Yeah.
I always say, because it was a gift, like a Christmas
Right.
present, and I've been saying I wanted one. And whenever she asks for help, I say, I don't know, I've never had one, so I don't know anything about. You know more about them than I do because you have one and I don't. So,
You didn't even want one.
but
I've wanted one for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I found a Fitbit
yeah.
that was kind of it seemed like nice, and I was looking at it, and so I synced it up with my phone. But Fitbit does not play nice with Apple,
Oh.
and I had to get the third-party application
Yeah.
to then get Apple Health to recognize the Fitbit thing. But when I did that, it erased
Oh.
my data. Now I was able to reverse it. Thank God,
Yeah.
because I'm not walking all these steps so that I don't have evidence. You know,
I
like
start
the-
taking screenshots.
That's what I should start doing. But I just every once in a while, I just go to this app and I just love looking at the week, the
Yeah.
month, the year. You know, you can see that's.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for the viewers at home, you can tell the last couple of months is when I've really kicked it into high gear.
Right.
And I like that, and I like the thought of 10 months from now seeing all of those.
Right.
You know, and watching that change. And the fact that it like reset my data, I was so mad. I
Yeah.
got rid of the Fitbit immediately. I'm not even going to use it. So
Right.
I'm just going to need another one. So that upset me. All right, hypothetical situation. Let's
Okay.
assume that there are two boxes on a table.
Okay.
In one box, there is a relatively normal turtle.
Mm.
In the other, Adolf Hitler's skull. You have to select one of these items for your home. If you select the turtle, you can't give it away, and you have to keep it alive for 2 years. If either of these parameters are not met, you will be fined $1,000 by the state. If you select Hitler's skull, you are required to display it in a semi-prominent location in your living room for the same amount of time, although you will be paid a stipend of $120 a month for doing so. Display of the skull must be apolitical. Which option do you select?
Define apolitical? Like it's a statement. Like I believe in Hitler?
Well,
Or like
I didn't write this.
Or
Chuck
neutral.
Klosterman wrote this. So I think what they're saying is display of the skull must be apolitical. Like I think what they're saying is like you can't. It's not a pro or anti. It's just Hitler's skull.
it's history.
Yeah.
It's history on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I probably just pay the $1,000 fine and kill the turtle. I mean, to be honest, I don't have to deal with either.
That's surprising. I would have thought $120 a month for 2 years.
I have to display it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't want anything to do with Hitler.
You're an anti-Hitler guy.
Yeah. Turns out,
Turns out.
yeah.
Huh.
It would cause for some.
I guess here's what sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
Here's what I don't understand.
Listen, in my house,
Yes.
there's some interesting conversations that would be had, and I don't want to have those conversations.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm confused. So you're
Okay.
gonna have to help me
Okay.
out. In past shows, although we are not political, we don't want to be political.
No.
We're not interested in being
Yeah.
political, but we're also not cowards.
I'm not afraid of.
Not afraid.
Yeah.
You have let it be known to the public that you have voted for Donald J. Trump.
Many times.
And I guess that's what I don't understand is you voted for Trump,
I love Trump.
but you don't like Hitler because I'm under the impression that everybody that voted for Trump is like a neo-Nazi, super racist.
like a skinhead.
It's like a skinhead.
Yeah.
They'd be totally
No, if
pro
people
Hitler
saw me on the street,
because it just doesn't seem possible that you could vote for Trump
Yeah.
and not like Hitler at
I
the
get
same
that.
time.
Yeah, no. It turns out there's a lot of Christians that like Donald Trump.
Yeah, but like the racist,
The radical
fundamentalist,
Christians, yeah.
radical,
Like David
slave
Koresh
owning.
one. Yeah. Those
like-
guys. Yeah, it turns out I'm not any of those. I
Who-
think I'm called the silent majority.
Who?
I think there's a lot of
who
people
thinks
just like me.
for
Yeah.
you though. Like, where do you get your ideas?
Fox News, obviously.
I see. Okay, now
mean,
it's all coming
okay.
together. Okay. So you're gonna do the turtle, and you're gonna kill it and pay $1,000.
Yeah, I'm not going to take care of a turtle. And the sooner I get rid of it, because what's going to happen is I'll keep it alive for 18 months.
Yeah.
And then it will die. And then I just wasted 18 months
And
of
you're
my
gonna
life.
have to pay $1,000
I'm
anyway.
going to pay $1,000 anyway.
So
I'm just going to pay $1,000, kill the
turtle soup and
Turtle soup.
$1,000.
It's the most expensive turtle soup you ever had. Mm-hmm. Then I don't have to take care of the turtle,
Yeah.
and I don't have to have Hitler on my shelf.
Okay. I'd probably take the Hitler. $120 a month. I don't have to do anything other than have
So in 2 years, like forever, how long?
2 years.
2 years.
It's a 2-year agreement.
So in 2 years times 120, that would be
24 times 120.
$1,440 a year.
Yeah. So I
So-
get $3,000
About 3,000.
just to have, and
Yeah,
it's a
it's not-
conversational piece, if nothing less.
It's not worth it.
I mean, people. Sometimes when you have people over, you have a lull in the conversation.
Not with Hitler on your shelf. That's an active conversation.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I would definitely just kill the
That's
turtle.
surprising.
Yeah.
I would have thought specifically because you're a Trump voter.
No, the
that you would have
money.
taken
I mean, the
Hitler.
money's the only thing that makes it anything.
Well, that's why it's a good. So Chuck Klosterman has a book called Hypotheticals, and he's got a book full of these kind of things, of hypothetical situations that are very detailed.
So here's a better question.
Mm-hmm.
How much money would it take for you to display Hitler on your shelf?
For me, apparently $120.
Yeah, see, to me, it'd be like 10,000,
10,000.
like a month.
Okay.
Because anything, well, maybe 5,000. But, I mean, thousands of dollars a month.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
All the stuff,
But everybody's got a price
Do
tag.
people know it? Like people in your neighborhood? Does your neighbor
think-
know that Hitler's on your shelf?
I think word would get out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think people would be protesting. People would be lining up. They'd be throwing bricks through your window.
Yeah.
It's just not
it's
worth
a big
it.
hassle. That's a good point.
I just think it'd be awful. I mean, you'd have to have a crap ton of money to make it worthwhile.
And that's where I think the apolitical aspect comes in, because
You're like, listen, I don't condone this.
yeah,
I'm just doing it because I was offered either this or the turtle.
yeah, and
I chose this.
yeah. I can think some people would be an easy to think of, like, oh yeah, I would love a pet turtle, but
No, I had turtles once.
yeah,
Not great.
Not
I
good.
passed them off to somebody else. I don't remember who.
such a
but
responsible pet owner. All right, Jason, that's it for our three
For the
things.
show?
What is your almost? What is your
Netflix.
well? We'll let the song breathe.
Yeah.
Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
You never know. So, Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
My Netflix suggestion of the week is brought to you by Hulu.
Okay.
It is Child's Play. So Child's Play, there's the old Child's Play. It's Chucky, the
Okay.
Chucky doll.
Okay.
There's the old one from 1988. There's a new version, 2019. And it's a very obvious remake. They're not trying to extend the series. They're just rebooting it.
It's a
And-
series?
Well, it's a multiple movie. There's like 3 or 4 original movies.
Okay.
Chucky, Child's Play is the name of the movie, but Chucky's the name of the doll. And they rebooted it. It's got the chick from Community on there. Dark hair. What is her name?
Allison Brie is the blonde one,
No.
I think. It's the other one.
The dark-haired one.
Yeah, I don't know her name.
Aubrey Plaza.
No, she's not from Community. Aubrey
is she
Plaza
from?
is from Parks and Rec.
Oh, Parks and Rec. That's what it was. Audrey Plaza.
I think it's Aubrey.
Yeah, so she's in it. She's the mom. It's great. Now, I like those types of movies. It's meant to be a funny and scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a comedy, and it's not a horror film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun. It's like a teenager fun scary movie.
Okay.
So like I'll watch it. I haven't watched it with my older kids yet, but I will. It's
Okay.
fun. It's rated R. There's some things that would be scary for little kids, but we like those types of movies.
Yeah.
I know that you don't.
That will not be. We don't have Hulu anyway, but that will not be showing in the Owings.
In my
Owings
Owings
house.
house, it will. It's a good movie. You should watch it.
I probably won't, but
I know you won't.
But that's why this is the Netflix suggestion of the week. It's a personal thing.
I would be curious. We do have listeners that have listened or watched in some capacity for years.
I
Nobody's wonder-
watched for years, but yes,
They've listened for years.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like Luke, Husky Luke.
There's plenty of others.
I just brought him up because I want to know if anybody, one example, whose suggestions does he tend to follow? Where it's like, hey, listen, the stuff Dan says, I'm more into that stuff.
Yeah.
Or, man, because I talk about aliens and UFOs and Bigfoot
Yes.
and
They're definitely
scary movies.
If we had them all lined up
Yeah.
next to one another, there definitely would be some themes popping out.
And there's some overlap.
for sure,
We do a lot of docs. I know you do a lot of docs.
Have we ever landed on the same thing the same week?
Not on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah, not intentionally. I mean,
Yeah.
or accidentally, rather.
yeah.
There's things that we both
All right.
like. But
My Netflix suggestion of the week is on Amazon Prime because that's pretty much what I watch now. Because
you canceled your
I don't have
Netflix?
Netflix,
Yeah.
so I watch Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and
do you have
YouTube.
Hulu?
No,
Do you have ESPN Plus?
no.
So for like $12 a month, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus,
What am I paying for Disney Plus now?
like $6 a month.
Oh, well, maybe I'll do that
You should do it.
so I can get ESPN, I guess. But
Well, it's ESPN Plus, not just straight up ESPN, but they show like the Italian league. They show tons of extra leagues and
will they show
it's like
stuff
ESPN
that's
3.
happening live on
Yes,
ESPN?
yeah.
So okay.
But no, not on the ESPN 1, 2, ESPN News.
Oh, so if it's on the mainline stuff, they're not going to show it.
Correct.
I
Now
see.
they show additional footage, like sometimes
Like the
they'll have.
Jordan documentary.
Well, yeah, they have all that stuff. But what I'm saying is, like at the college national championship game,
Oh, I
sometimes they'll have a second set of broadcasters doing it from a different angle or different camera view, or like a dome view, things like that.
Okay.
Extra stuff,
Yeah.
not necessarily the main ESPN stuff. But
Anyway, Amazon Prime.
yeah,
Which there's more good stuff on Amazon Prime than you think.
it's getting better.
My wife and I have been watching Blue Bloods. That's not my Netflix. I've made
Tom
that my
Selleck?
suggestion. Tom Selleck. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife apparently found out she's a fan
Of Tom Selleck.
of Tom Selleck. She's
So
like,
you're gonna shave the beard and just
well, no, which was specifically, she said one day we're watching, I mean, unprovoked, unprompted. She
Yeah.
goes, he is the only guy that really looks good with a mustache.
What?
And I was like, jeez.
I mean, I'm sitting right here, right?
And then she was talking to a couple other people, and and they were having this conversation.
Yeah.
And there was a girl in the conversation. She's like in her lower. She's like 22 years old.
Right.
And she's like, I don't know who Tom Selleck is. And
Yeah.
so she pulled it up. She's like, ew. And Erica's like, just watch Quigley Down Under, and you will change your mind. And I was like, jeez, man.
This has been going on for a while.
Yeah, Quigley Down Under. We're talking late 80s, early 90s. So.
Yeah. Watch out.
I said I could grow a mustache and get the Magnum PI shorts if that's and the Hawaiian shirt if that's what you're looking for, but I can't get the hair.
No.
Tom Selleck, Blue Bloods. It's a decent show, but
That's your suggestion?
no,
Oh.
that's just what we've been watching
Okay.
lately. My suggestion is a documentary called Comic-Con, Episode 4, A Fan's Hope. So it is a documentary about Comic-Con,
Okay.
the history of it, and it's really well done. Joss Whedon is one of the executive producers. I don't know if you know who Morgan Spurlock is.
No.
He's the one that did the Super Size Me documentary.
Okay, yeah.
So he does a lot of documentaries. So it's a high-quality documentary.
Right.
Very well done. It follows like 6 fans to Comic-Con this specific year, but it also it tells
San Diego or New York?
San Diego.
Oh, I mean, that's whatever.
It's San Diego.
Okay.
And so it tells their stories, but it also tells the story of Comic-Con
Yeah,
as a whole, which I don't think I would go.
I would.
I know you would. Would you dress up
Yes.
as?
Like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You just want to be comfortable and wear a robe.
Yeah. Very comfortable. Jedi robes. I have a Jedi robe.
People spend
Very
a lot
comfortable.
of time on these.
I know. Listen, so like years ago, I was on the Comic-Con train before most.
Of course.
Years and years ago, there was a channel on cable TV called G4, and it was all about that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia Munn got her start on G4 on a show called Attack of the Show.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Piera, Olivia Munn, and there's a couple others. Chris Hardwick was on it.
Okay.
I love those guys.
Yeah.
They're funny, they're nerdy, and yet they have a cool vibe. I thought so.
I agree to disagree, but
I thought so. I just loved
And
it. And then
it's
they
no Tom
canceled
Selleck.
it and they turned it into some like men's network something or other. And it's just stupid.
Yeah.
I don't even get it. Like I don't understand. It got super trendy.
I think
Stop.
probably most of their fan base was more internet-based than television-based.
I don't know. I mean, I know things are moving in that direction. I totally get it. But there's a segment, like we watched that. Listen, there was a
I
point in
am
my
listening.
life where Estelle was probably, do you remember Attack of the Show? So, I mean, she was pretty little. We watched one show consistently, and it was Attack of the Show. My wife and I, we would sit down every night, 6 o'clock. We would
It was
eat
on every night?
every single night. Well,
Wow.
weeknights.
Yeah.
We'd watch it every single night. And it was just nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, video games and movies and just stuff.
I've not seen it.
So they were, well, it's not on anymore, but they would talk about Comic-Con and I've always been fascinated by it. I would love to go. I would be more of a watcher than observer.
Well,
or
that's-
more of an observer than a
Yeah,
participator.
they said now there's two kinds. There's like the geeks that are geeking
Right.
out that have always gone, but then they said there's a lot of people that go, they're just
Watching.
It's just like a show
Yeah.
to see all the
It is.
you know.
And they, you know, they do talk and release a lot of, like Star Trek released a lot of their stuff
Yeah.
like on that platform.
Yeah.
Different series and movies.
Yeah, if you've
and-
got a big sci-fi type thing coming out,
Right.
you wait to release it until Comic-Con.
Comic-Con's a big one.
I think I remember Mandalorian leaking a lot of their stuff originally at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So
Well, you have a captive audience for it.
Of course.
I mean, all those people are
they're
for
just
it.
geared up,
Yes.
just ready for it.
Yeah.
Well, the documentary is actually pretty good. It was interesting, and it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's called Comic-Con Episode 4, A Fan's Hope is the name of the whole
So all the episodes are about Comic-Con?
thing. No, there's just one.
Oh.
It's just Episode 4.
I'll watch just
They're-
that
They're
episode.
playing... No. What I'm saying is... they're-
Oh, episode 4.
A Fan's Hope.
A Fan's
so
Hope,
they're
like a
playing
new-
off
yeah,
of the
I
like
gotcha.
nerdy fact that...
So it's a 90-minute doc?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about,
I know.
that was confusing.
I thought so too. Because when I first clicked on it, I was like, well, I want to
Episode
watch
4.
episodes 1, 2, and 3. So so I'm like trying to like do some research. And I'm like, I think I see what they're doing
They
here.
got me, just like they did in 1977.
Yeah, I know.
Episode 4.
What?
What?
But what?
Uh-huh. So I think that's a show.
That is a show. I'm trying to decide whether I should walk home. I got
I could drive
11,000.
you home if you
I
want.
know you could. I got 11,000 steps today. So I don't really need it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to make up for last week when I was crippled.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So I do want to mention one thing before we shut the camera off.
Yeah.
There's a podcast. I don't do a lot of podcasts.
No, you don't.
You know this. There's a podcast that I picked up recently, and I watched the YouTube version because I like watching these guys. It's Phil Robertson's podcast called Unashamed, and
Okay.
it's like the Duck Dynasty guys,
Uh-huh.
and I love those guys. I think they're funny. I think they're awesome.
Yeah, you are a big fan.
They're Christians. They love God. They're Republican, like all good Christians, and I just think that they're entertaining.
Okay.
Like I watched a 45-minute section today where they were talking about just clearing out a beaver dam. It was entertaining.
It's a podcast.
Yeah. Now it's an audio podcast and it's also a video podcast. I've seen the video portion. I've never listened to the audio portion of it, but I like watching the guys. They're interacting and stuff. So
Okay.
I like it. It's good.
What's it called again?
Unashamed
Unashamed.
with Phil Robertson.
Robertson?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's on YouTube. I'll try to link it in the description somewhere. You can
All
click
right.
it, watch it.
Well, that's the show. This is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, Bubba, sit. Good dog.